Brodes Media.
When is this going to stop? This is pathetic. I am over this. The Marlins were 44-75 prior to this shutout win. They shut you out 5-0. Yo, Rob, you told me this team can't wait to get back home and in front of this crowd. You know what they gave this crowd? A big old pile of shit. And the way that this crowd responded was perfect. I'll give you a little replay, okay? Boo! Boo! Taiwan in the first inning, couple of walks. You go down instantly. Of course you do. It's not like you got any help from the offense, though. Kyle, nothing. Trey, nothing. And defensively, what a stiff! If Rob had any stones, he should have yanked him out of the game and put Sosa in when he messed up another routine grounder. And I'm even going to get mad at him for the throw that JT had to gun out a runner late. And Trey can't apply a tag. That run comes around the score to make it 4-0. Trey, apply the tag. I'm not being too harsh. He's a liability defensively. And if Rob is just going to continue to trot him out there, nothing's going to change. It's not as if Bryson Stott's doing anything for you either, by the way. So Sosa better see himself in the lineup. And truly, it can't be for Stott, because then it's really not making a statement. Somebody needs to get pissed off. Get pissed. Make a decision that should piss someone off. Bench Trey. Bench somebody. Because this team has no fight. And unfortunately for you, Rob, they put you in a position where you have to be the one to try and get it out of them. What upset me more? Trey's defense or the amount of pop-ups I witnessed? Your 9-hole hitter is Johan Rojas, correct? Yes. He hits a double. We flipped the lineup over, which is great. That's the job. There was only one out in the inning at the time. Let me tell you how the rest of the inning went down. Kyle Schwarber, first pitch pop-up in foul territory to the third baseman. Super competitive. Sarcasm. And Trey Turner pops up to right field in foul territory. You guys want to talk about the 8th inning? Okay. Cal Stevenson, bottom of the lineup, gets out. All right, 8th inning, you're down 4 runs. You've done nothing all game long. Here's the top of your 1, 2, 3 inning. Flatlined. It's a joke. How about this part of the game? JT Realmuto up with Bohm on third, with Nick, who hit a ground rule double in the corner. It sucks it actually went over the wall, because if it stayed in the park, you were getting Bohm across home plate. But of course, when it rains, it pours, so Bohm has to go back to third. JT Realmuto, I looked it up on the ESPN box feed because I wanted to literally see exactly where the pitch was located and the speed. Okay, 78 mile per hour pitch over the literal middle of the plate. Popped up to second base. You couldn't ask for a slower pitch right there in the middle of the plate. Popping up. And then if they're not popping up, Brandon Marsh is striking out. He may get 800 strikeouts this season. I saw Tim Kelly of Phillies Nation tweet out that he had 29 strikeouts in 22 games since the All-Star break. And no lie, when I was scrolling on Twitter, I read it as he had 29 strikeouts in 22 at-bats, and I didn't even think twice about it. Obviously, that's physically impossible. He's been striking out at such an alarming rate. I went, oh, okay, that made sense. Then I kept looking at all the other nonsense stats that were going around. This team's 7-16 since the break. This team's differential since the break in runs is like minus 25. With their ERA, with their pitchers. This may be who they are, fellas. Rob said he's thinking about maybe making a change. We're getting there. Oh, okay. I was there 2.5 weeks ago, Rob. But no, you don't want to listen to me. This team is a disaster. Hey, happy birthday, Taiwan. Boo! That's what you deserve. You stunk. After you returned from the world's worst blister in human history, you walk a few, you allow a home run. Once again, though, your offense was non-existent. So it doesn't matter if you gave up 1 run. At the same time, you talked such a big game last season with how you were aggravated with not playing in the playoffs, and you followed that up with pure vomit. You suck. Maybe I would want Allard. Maybe I would want Tyler Phillips over you. 3 days ago, I said I'd at least take the vet for the long run. I'm not even sure anymore. I don't know. The hell doesn't matter. I mean, so if Allard gets just tattooed, this guy gets tattooed all the time. So what's the difference? Even though there was no run support, it's the way the energy shifts with how tragic he was so quickly. You could hear it in the angst with everybody who paid money to go to that game. And I heard Tom McCarthy say it on the broadcast about the sellout crowd. Please, this team doesn't deserve sellout crowds, especially in the middle of the week against a damn Marlins team. The Marlins blow. They are 30 games under 500, and they come into your ballpark and smack you around like you're a little bitch. That was one of the worst games all year. When you need it most. Rob was asked about how some of these veteran players are taking it, and he said, well, more frustrated than they were against Seattle and with some of the games out west. Why more? You should be just as. That means they weren't as pissed off as they should have been about the West Coast swing. They probably looked at the 4-6 record and said, well, we were 1 game different from going 500, so it actually wasn't that putrid. I swear to God, they probably felt that way. And no wonder why they're losers. No wonder why they're failing miserably, because their mentality is crap. They shouldn't be more frustrated. They should be the same amount of frustrated. They should be 12 out of 10. At least for the last week and a half. And I keep hearing for people calling for players-only meetings. Let me tell you this. I'm desperate. I'd do anything. When you go players-only meeting, you're toast. Let me know the last time, and I'm not saying there aren't any examples. I'm sure there are here and there throughout the history of sports. When you go players only meeting, that's surrendering. Holy hell. You're telling me we got to shut the locker room door? Nobody's allowed to hear this and start reaming people? Yeah, no, we're done. We're done.